Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I want to talk about silver and a few of the different types of value that you can get from silver bullion products. Now, I'm going to start with the first one, which is not the most beneficial to stackers, and people would definitely not look to sell at this value. But that would be the face value of a bullion coin. Obviously, we know that this is a 1 troy ounce silver coin. This is a maple leaf, but it also has a $5 denomination. So like I said, nobody is going to be looking to sell these coins for $5. I would absolutely love to buy maple leafs for the face value of them, but that's just not in the cards. No one's going to be doing that. And not all bullion products have a face value. Obviously, just the coins do. The other rounds, they don't, like the ones that are made from private mints, they don't have a dollar denomination that is set to it. They're not made by a sovereign nation. They're not a coin. They're a round, so they don't have that face value. But yeah, that is just one way. And again, it's not something that anyone's going to be able to take advantage of buying, and no one would ever think of selling them for that price. But yes, the coins do have a face value on them. But the way most stackers look at the bullion coins is for its intrinsic value, which is just the amount of silver that's in the coin. Now, obviously, you have to look at spot price. That's if you look at spot, basically that is the base of the intrinsic value to it. And if you've been stacking for any amount of time, you do know that there's premiums tacked on top of it, and you're not going to be paying spot price for the silver. So that's just a little bit of a starting point, obviously. That when you're talking about the intrinsic value, you're talking about the silver content in the coin. You're talking spot price, and then unfortunately, when you're purchasing, you do have to factor in those premiums as well. That's where you hear a lot of people talking about like the true cost and the true value. It is the spot and the premium combined together is basically what you're looking at as the true price of silver, or the true price that you're going to be paying is the spot price and the premiums put together. So by definition, premium isn't part of the intrinsic value. There's no way of purchasing, in the modern time here, there's no way of purchasing the silver without adding in those premiums. So they kind of have to go hand in hand. And there are some coins that have base metal value, because I'm going to show you this here. This is a Canadian silver dollar. I absolutely love these guys. And these are 80% silver. So, obviously this coin is made up with 20% of other materials. And those are the other base metals that are in it, whether it be copper or, whatever it is that makes up the rest of the percentage of the coin, that has a value in the coin as well. So obviously the Morgans and the peace dollars, those are 90%, so it does have less of the base metal, a value in it. There's a little bit more in the junk silver here from Canada, which is, like I said, that 80%. But that is another value that is incorporated into these coins, is that little bit you're getting from other base metals. And it's not going to add up to a whole bunch, obviously. Silver is the main reason why, we have the junk silver, but it doesn't hurt when, it can be priced in a little bit with some of those other ones like copper. And the other value that you can derive from the silver bullion coins is numismatic value. And that's a lot for people that are more into collecting silver bullion coins. So I do have some things in front of you here. They might be considered like semi-numismatic, like this slabbed coin here has a little bit of an extra value on top of the the intrinsic value of it. But some things, like say from the Royal Canadian Mint, comes in a nice packaging like this, and you can see it's got a nice clamshell case here, and then you open it up and it's got the certificate of authenticity. Nice looking coin. This has an 8,000 mintage. So this has a little bit more of a numismatic value than, say, something like this. So when you're talking about numismatics, of course, the silver content is going to be factored in there as well. That, again, just like the intrinsic value, that's sort of the base you're working with. And for some of these numismatic coins, the premiums will go up depending on some of the other things that they have to do, like if it's a proof coin, or depending on some of the minting and manufacturing of the coin, it might take a lot more manpower to put into it. It might like with some proof coins, it takes some hand polishing of the coin. It takes hand polishing of the dies. the dies can't be struck as many times as just say the regular die that makes these silver bullion coins. You know, they can probably make a couple of thousand per day. I'm not exactly sure what the numbers are, but the ones that are, you know, the specialty dies, they do need to be taken out of circulation or being taken out of the minting process more regularly than some of the other ones, just so they can get refinished and repolished. So it does take a lot more for some of these coins with a higher numismatic value. Some of that extra value is coming from the you know, the hard work and the hand craftsmanship that is put into that coin. And then another major thing that will add to the numismatic value of a silver coin is, you know, the rarity of it, scarcity, the mintage. If it's a low mintage, then that will obviously add to its numismatic value. When the regular, you know, 2021 Maple Leafs, you know, when their mintages are in the millions, the tens of millions, and then you look at the W Maple Leaf, where its mintage is in the, you know, it's 8,000, it's under 10,000 mintage, then, you know, that's where you can see where the extra value comes in, because there's not as many, it's scarce, you know, obviously there's only 8,000 to be had, so that's where that numismatic value on the coin, you know, increases the price, because it's rare, you know, it's not a high mintage coin. So numismatic value is basically all of the external factors that can be applied to a coin outside of its silver content that will give it some value. Like I said, you know, the scarcity and also the manpower. If it takes a lot more, you know, hands-on, and of course, like the hand polishing and the actual, you know, if it needs to be hand finished and all that stuff, that will be adding to the numismatic value of the coin as well. So that's basically a simple way of looking at numismatic value, is the value placed on top of a coin that is, you know, outside of the silver content that can, you know, boost up the price of a certain coin. So yeah, that was just a little topic that I wanted to touch on here, was the different sort of value that you can get from some of these silver coins, and just do a little quick recap. One of the ways is the face value, obviously the denomination that's printed on some of these coins. The next one, the most common one, would be its intrinsic value, you know, the amount of silver that's in it, the silver content and how much that is worth. Now, unfortunately, you know, it would be great to be able to pick it up right at spot price, but, you know, spot price, and you have to factor in the premiums as well, which would basically be like the true value of the coin. You know, you have to kind of add in the premiums with the intrinsic. Then the next one is the base metal value. Again, it's not adding too much of additional value to the coin, but, you know, for a lot of, like, say, the junk pieces, 80%, and the lower the percentage down you go in the coin, say some Mexican coins at 72%, some Canadian coins at 50%. The lower the percentage of silver, the higher the amount of other base metals will be in there, and you will have some value from those base metals as well. And then the last one is numismatic value. For me, I'm not worrying too much about numismatic value at the moment. I'm not really collecting, I'm more stacking for weight. So I do care more about the intrinsic value and trying to get the lowest premium. And you know, once I reach my goal, my ultimate goal for silver stacking, I don't know what that is yet. I actually haven't you know, made that choice. I haven't made that decision yet. I don't know what my final goal for silver is. But once I reach it, then I might start dabbling a little bit more in the numismatic side and collecting some more. But as for right now, I am very happy just trying to pick up as much silver as I can, as much weight as I can for the cheapest price. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.